Blog Talk Radio.
Hey guys, it's your girl Sunny. Welcome to tonight's show. It is, what the hell date is it now? My computer threw me off. December 28th is the last show of the year, guys. Say hi, everybody.
What's going on? It's your boy Clint. You already know. Holla at me.
What up, though? It's your boy Willie Styles. Thanks for joining the show. Last show of the year. What's up?
Oh, it's on me?
Yeah.
What up, everybody? Y'all already know who it is. It's your boy J. Rowe.
Haven't seen this guy in forever.
Yeah, man.
Right.
It's like he forgot how to do the intro, like, you know what I mean?
Right? It's come right back to you.
Yes, sir. Definitely happy to have him back.
Yes, indeed. Especially for the closeout of 2017. It's been a very interesting year, but we've been doing what we got to do, so, and trying to push forward. But if you guys are listening right now, you're on blogtalkradio.com/G.F.T Radio show. What the hell? My brain just left. Phone lines are open, 657-383-1155. We want y'all to call in and tell us what's your favorite show of 2017, and, you know, who is your favorite caller, if you were listening that much and stuff like that. Or who was your favorite guest host that we had on this show. So definitely call in with that, or just, you know, tell us what you thought of our think of our show as a whole. So definitely do that. I guess we could briefly go over how our week was.
Hold on, hit him with that Teespring information real quick.
Oh, yes. Definitely get some merch. I just got three shirts, and they just came to me. I'm finally fucking happy. It's our logo shirts. Go to teespring.com/stores/GFT Radio. Get y'all some merchandise. All the proceeds go to support this podcast and let us keep doing what we're doing.
Yes. Well, my week was real regular. You feel me? I had grinding, been a little under the weather, but, you know, I'm trying to stay on top of it. It's been cold as all hell this week.
Yeah.
You know, when it was like, all right, now I'm here to stay, was good. You feel me? So I really ain't been trying to do too much movement. If it wasn't about making some money or getting something to eat, I have to sit in the house. You feel me? So this week been real regular for me. Now, I mean, I'm trying to stay out of that cold.
All right. Willie?
Yeah, my week's been pretty good. Just been enjoying the weather down here in Florida. I've been still on vacation, but, you know, I've been down here hanging out with my girls. So I've been, you know, chilling, enjoying the warm weather. People in Florida are funny, though. They think it's cold outside. I mean, I just saw a woman in a full-length mink and boots and a hat down here in 72-degree weather. Everybody claim it's cold. I'm out here in shorts, a T-shirt. I'm half naked. I'm running down the street like it's, you know, like I done lost my mind. But you know, my family's back in Michigan with the 2 degrees or 12 degrees. They probably still the same. Still feels sub-zero, right? So you know, I'm enjoying it while I can. I'm only here for another week, so I'm trying to eat up all the sun and fun I can while I'm at it. And just to rub it in a little bit more, I just went to Miami this week.
I hate you. Anywho,
That was vacation.
Anywho, J-Bo, we don't want to see you, brother. I'm being real petty right now.
I've been going for a minute, but yeah, my week is I'm not gonna lie, my week has been up and down. It's been kind of crazy with the holidays. You know, my in-laws, they went to Dominican for Christmas, so they out there chilling in 80, 90-degree weather right now. We up here in single-digit degree weather, dog sitting. I don't even want to get into that. Let's just say I'm probably not allowed to watch dogs anymore. Y'all laughing, but I lost a dog, and the dog died over the weekend, and we only had a dog for 3 days. Wow. So, yeah, we probably won't be dog sitting them anymore anytime soon.
You dog sitting my dog?
Yeah, unfortunately, and the dog ran away.
And the dog died?
Yeah, it's not funny, but it's
like, you bad with dogs. Then you supposed to miss it, like, I know, first of all, we love dogs, but anyway, like, what the fuck are you doing with dogs? You can't watch nobody dogs.
Yeah.
Oh, we about to call Peter on there, bro. We about to call
Peter on the right.
I told somebody at work, and they was like, "Yo, hold up, don't you have kids though? Like, how do you use a dog and kill a dog if you got kids?" I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know, but hey, it happened, unfortunately."
OMG. Well, rest in peace, the dog. What's the dog name?
Ellie.
Rest in peace, Ellie. It shouldn't have been left with J-Ro, because we don't know what the fuck he could do with the dog.
But yeah, other than that, yeah, my week has been pretty eventful. You know, working out here, flying, trying to stay positive because that was a real shitty Christmas. I was up till like 3 o'clock in the morning on Christmas morning looking for the dog. Dog got out at like 10 o'clock. We was up till 4 o'clock in the morning. Couldn't find it. Went back out at like 7. Was out till like 10 o'clock. Still couldn't find the dog. Got a phone call around 8:30 at night. It was like, yeah, your dog's on the side of the road. Unfortunately, somebody hit it with a car. And I was like,
Oh, damn.
Yeah, damn.
And then make it even worse, like I say, it's the in-law, the mother-in-law's dog. So now I'm probably on her bad list again. So
she probably hates your guts. You kill her dog.
I get to make that up to her. I do it.
I think you did that on purpose.
Sitting up here punching out cash. Sorry, Miss Jackson.
You know what?
You said what?
Sorry, Miss Jackson.
Yes,
sorry, Miss Jackson. Right, exactly. Oh man, that's rough. That's rough. That's a rough week right there, bro.
Yeah, I don't mean to laugh, but that's crazy. That is. Oh,
I mean,
man.
we kind of could laugh at it because I mean it's not something to laugh about, but you know she's cool now. Like it happened on Monday and today's Thursday, so you know she's kind of all right. It hit her hard the first day. The bad thing is she only had the dog for like a month, so.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Wait, where did this dog come from? How'd you get a dog on one day and the dog dead the next day?
J-Ro still watch dogs. J-Ro is not equipped to watch dogs. If you consider yourself, don't let J-Ro watch the dog, look at the dog, nothing. Walk the dog, pet the dog, nothing.
Yeah, that's anytime soon, no more. We will not be doing that anymore.
Right, exactly. I'll be like anti-dog watching for the rest of my life on that one. That's crazy.
That's a traumatic experience for real.
Yeah.
Right.
Christmas ain't gonna be the same.
Because you probably more worried than the owner was. Dang.
She called me up. I'm telling you, she called me up Christmas morning. It was probably about 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning. She was like, "It's Christmas. Go in the house. Stop looking for the dog." Because I had posts on Facebook. I had posts on like Craigslist, like missing the dog. I didn't call like the dog catcher. I called the police department. I called everybody. She was like, "Yo, just go in the house. It's Christmas." And I was like, "Nah, I lost your dog. Like, I gotta find your dog." She was like, "Don't worry about it. The dog's chipped. The dog has collar, leash, all that. We'll find her." Yeah, we found her, but she.
You know what? You know I can't. I can't with him. Not today. Not today.
Wow.
Life and times at J-Ro.
You know what? I can't with you. But my week was pretty cool, and I got the best. I went to work today because I took my extended long weekend. I was off until today, so I had my little long weekend. But I had to deal with the kids, so it was a little different. It's not like a celebration all that much, but you could deal with the kids. But I had fun. I came back to work and I found out that my promotion came through. This next check is going to look a little bit different. I'm going to see that bitch like, yeah, bitch, I'm buying myself a drink.
All right, congratulations. Congratulations.
Yeah.
How you can buy us all lunch.
Yeah.
That's what I'm not about to do. When did I take us on vacation? Because I'm not talking to you. You go on vacation every goddamn week. You can take us out on vacation.
I need my drink. That's what I need.
I don't know about that.
I'm taking a vacation to Trenton next month, so I can come get me a shot or something.
He owe me a bottle off that one. She definitely owe me a bottle off that one.
Right.
Hey, you know what? Fuck y'all. Anywho. See how hard that was to fuck y'all. Like, no. I love y'all, though. I love y'all. I really do. But let's get into the topic of tonight because we have this podcast has started, what, in 2015? Yeah, 2015-ish, in the summer of 2015. And started off with me and J-Ro. Then it got to me, J-Ro, and Clint. Then we brought Red on here, Kenya. And then Kenya left. J-Ro was still here. Then Willie was as host. Then J-Ro had to do his work thing, so he left. Then we had Willie on full time. So it's been a lot of changes without the thing, but at the end of the day, the heart of the podcast has always remained. And I like the fact that, like, how we kept it going and how we all just made this shit what it is. And you'll be surprised.
Right.
Like I said, we said on past shows that people really like what we were doing. This year has been a very I think this year was more productive and
definitely
kind of, and more progressive for us. I mean, we haven't got where we want to go, but we're trying to get there. So it's a lot of changes that we want to make in the coming year. But I think we had a really good year for 2017.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'll tell you, I think it's been a great year. It's been a lot of evolving, like you just kind of described. You know, not only with the hosts, but the format of the show, the way we come in, the way we do things, the way we put the topics out there. The topics have continued to be amazing topics, and then like you said, the reception. You know, the between the guest hosts we've had over the last year or two, the callers. I mean, we've been having some amazing callers. It's been a great time.
Yeah, I think this year we had good callers within the previous years, but this year these callers on a different level. Like they really calling, dropping their input, voicing their opinions. Our last conversation from last week got into like this really heated debate, but it was like a great debate to me. But it was good for our show. And
definitely productive.
Yeah. Like, I like when we have shows like that. So, I know we talked about naming what our favorite shows was. We did it on our blog. But what are some of – I'm going to give each of y'all, like, to name y'all 3 top saved episodes of 2017, or think of what you can remember. Like, what was your top shows?
Well, I stated on the blog, one of my favorite shows is, of course, the Who's to Blame show, Politicians or the Public. Because first, that actually show was brought, like we said, our listeners were more interactive. That was brought up. I sent y'all inbox from somebody who said they wanted us to talk about more politics and stuff like that. So that topic spawned from that suggestion, and I felt like that was a good conversation because ain't none of us know poli-sci majors, political science majors, and nothing like that, but we like to stay in tune. I feel like in our community, we need to start having more positive conversations about politics. Because I think the lack of understanding of politics in our community is the reason why we feel like we're left out, and the reason why we are left out, because we're not really into it. You feel me? And I thought that topic was dope because I got it the title basically from George Carlin. And how he said, how we always say, if you don't vote, you don't got the right to complain. And from his point of view, was like, you feel me? I damn sure got the right to complain because y'all voted these fools in.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it was like, his thing was, you feel me? It's okay to vote, but you have to be an educated voter. And like I said, I had a debate with a friend of mine. She was like, our ancestors died for the right to vote. I was like, yeah, but you feel me? I don't want just anybody going into that voting booth all ignorant, not knowing who the hell who they voting for, or what they voting for, and just vote for anybody. That's mess up the process just as much as anything else. You feel me? So that was one of my favorite shows. What's another one? Because I don't want to steal nobody.
No, if you get somebody to say one, try and pick, that's absolutely fine.
Okay, I thought the show we had about Is It Okay? I believe J. Rowe might have called in on this one. About the man asking a woman to marry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was one of my favorite shows because that spawned another topic. And then the man show.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, that's definitely going to be on the list.
Right. Yes. No. Yeah. So I mean, those are my 3 favorite shows.
Willie.
Yeah. So I think I posted about the first. I think it was the first Fellows Roundtable that we did in June. That was probably my favorite show when Jabril was on the show, and me, him, and Clint chopped it up about all kinds of different men issues and things that were affecting men at the time. So that was one of my most favorite, just because not only did we have Jabril on, but we also had this deep conversation that really affected men issues, men topics, that kind of thing. I think it was one of our highest rated shows too at the time. I'm sorry.
I said, wasn't Alex on that show?
No, Alex was on the second show. Yeah, we did two. The men stepped up this year and did 3 shows. So our first show was off the hook. So we had to do a second show, and that was even better because we had Alex on as well. And did you call in on that one, J-Ro? I think you called on the second show.
I may
so that show was off the hook. Yeah. Yep. And then of course, I was trying to get her on the show. I think she's caught up on had some business she had to take care of. Michelle had a couple of shows she did with us that, and I think Clint just kind of touched on one was the women asking men to marry, and then it spawned that Just Cheating show or Just Accepted Cheating show when we had the young lady on that she kind of gave us the idea for the topic. She jumped back on the show, and we had a great discussion.
Was that Sapphire?
Not Sapphire. That was no, it wasn't Sapphire. That was
what's her name?
Her name right now, but it was something like Monica or something. I can't think of what her name is now, but anyway, we had a great conversation on that show. That it was one of those mind blowing shows because we didn't know where that show was going to go because there was so much to discuss. The topic itself was definitely a heavy hitter topic. And then I think one of my other favorite shows was probably the celibacy show, and that was the one that Sapphire had came in on the first show that Sapphire was on, and Michelle was on that one too. And that show was, the topic was something that I didn't know a lot about, and it was a lot of information, especially that Michelle and Sapphire both kind of revealed and kind of gave us some insight on, and any show that where we can learn something new, any show, especially going into a show not knowing where you're going to go with it, right? Going with the topic. That's what makes those my favorite shows. So I probably got a laundry list of them, because it's been shows where Clint's convinced me of something, or Sonny's talk me into a different way of thinking, or we all just kind of affect each other, and I think that's what makes a lot of our shows amazing and make them great because even we can learn something new from it. So.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Now, J-Ro, do you have any favorite shows that you want?
I like the show that we did when we were talking about celebrities and their opinions on social issues. That got pretty deep when we were talking about that. I have whether they were required to speak up or things like that. That was a good one. I definitely enjoyed that one. One of my favorite ones was the one we talked about where we talked about we called them relationships. We didn't call them relationships. We called them relationships because I've been through a couple of them in my own personal time with some bad relationships. So that definitely was one of my favorite ones. I don't know if I have another one. There were so many things. Like trending topics came up a lot because we were always talking about trending topics, things that happen, a lot of important social events over the past year. So with all shootings and everything, and we were just trying to stay current and local with things that were happening in the area. So I definitely like a lot of the trending topic areas.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we definitely had some great trending topics. We definitely had some great trending topics.
Yeah.
A lot of things happen.
All right, so I think Willie said one of mine, which was the Mind Your Business, Just Accept the Cheating. That was my show. I love that show. Everything about that show and how that topic came about was great. I definitely love that one. My next favorite will have to be Choose or Chosen because that was like a real last question. Like I don't think, and it was funny because a while after that one, I was talking to somebody about it, and they were like, "What?" And I asked them the question, and they were like, "That's deep as hell." It's like I wanted to know. Like they would tell me about their dating history, how they had all these crazy stories and stuff like that. And I said, "Do you date people that you like, or you date people that choose you?" Mm-hmm. And it was like, "Wow!" They was like, "What?" And they looked at me like I was crazy, but it was a real question. And I don't think a lot of people ask themselves that when they come to when they realize that their pattern of dating is not right for them. You have to realize, are you dating people that like you, or you like the people that you date? So you got to kind of figure it out for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was like a really great. That was a great one.
Yeah, that was definitely top 10. Definitely top 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was confused to tell about that question at first. You remember my response?
Yeah. Yeah, but that's why I'm glad we had this conversation, because when you break it down, you're like, oh, I never even thought about that. People don't think about stuff like that. Those shows like that, I love. The other one I wanted to highlight, which I'm not going to do because I'm not going to do this one. This is like my bonus one. My bonus one will be Sunny's my round table. But my third choice would definitely have to be the autism one that I did. With we had Char on, and we did that one. That was an excellent show. Not just because I was telling my story, but it was just excellent to get the information. Information-wise, that was a great show to be a part of, and get information that, or sharing information that a lot of people don't understand, and a lot of people don't know. So it was just great to have a show like that, and that was definitely a dope-ass show. So those are my top three.
I want to piggyback off something Willie had mentioned about learning from each other. That's one of my when I first started doing this show. Like I really liked it because we were having, it's conversationalist. Like we're having good conversation, and you get to learn not from other people. You feel me? Get different point of views on things. Because you don't want to. To me, I like to continuously learn. I don't want to stay the same. I don't want to get so set in my ways that I think however I see things, however I feel about things, is the way it's supposed to be. You feel me? Because, that's how you become stagnant. You can't grow like that. Mm-hmm. So I definitely agree with Willie when we, because, like with J. Rowe, J. Rowe married. We had, like you said, we had the relationship show, and we had other different relationship shows about relationships. He's been married, divorced, so he was giving me a whole different perspective. You feel me? Not just from being a married man, but being a divorced, having gone through that divorce situation. So I was able to learn from him. Because in my mindset, I was always like, you know what? If I get a divorce, if I get married, get divorced, that's a wrap. I ain't never getting married again. You feel me? But I could by hearing his point of view, hearing him talk, even if I learned that even if something don't work out, no matter how much you put into it, you can still move on and grow and be better from it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Find something. You learn from that experience and figure out what you, because everything's not perfect. Like I said, I mean, I've been divorced, been married. Like I'm not going to sit here and blame everything on her, but you sit and learn what was done right, what was done wrong, and you try to move on and not do those same things again. So, like Claire is saying, like you learn from each other. Like there's situations I've been through that you guys haven't been through, the situation you guys been through that I haven't been through. So we actually are learning from each other in all these different situations.
Yeah, I think the one thing that I would say I really learned and tuned into during this whole podcast experience was voting in an election and things like that. Like, I'm going to be honest from the beginning, voting, I just voted and didn't really understand. Like, I understood what I was doing, but I didn't fully read into stuff and understand the candidates like I should have, did my due diligence, as Clint like to say. And it was like during our show when we covered that whole, it might not have been this year, or the year before actually. Yeah, when we covered the whole election thing, it made me read, pay attention more, made me challenge myself because I didn't want to be one of those people that don't really give a damn and just vote without and choose to be naive or ignorant. Like I wanted to understand more. So I think for me, it helped me. I mean, outside of that, I learned many things from you guys, especially like as far as fathers are concerned, my stance on that and what I learned from you guys from that point. But I think I learned the most when it comes to voting and how important it is. I know how important it is, but like to learn your candidates and do your due diligence before you actually walk to that booth and vote.
I gotta say, like, in the position that we're in with your podcast and the show, like, we are the voice. We're not the voice. We're our voice for the people. We got to be educated and know what we're talking about. So I agree with you definitely, especially when it comes to like politics, thing like that. Like I wasn't thinking of politics, but doing this show and having to talk about these events and things, and people need to be informed about this. So us having to do these shows, we did the whole show. Like we would sit and watch the Democratic National Convention, the Republican National Convention. Well, a regular day, I wouldn't be sitting here watching those things, but knowing that I had to prepare for a show and do these things meant to me like, hey, you got to sit down, you got to read up about these people, you got to watch these events, you got to do this stuff because you can't just get on this show and just talk about something that you know nothing about. You actually got to do research. So us being in this position to do this show and being out here and talking to these people, we had to do things that were outside of our comfort zone, the things that we normally wouldn't regularly do, and that helped me out a lot. I mean, there was a whole bunch of things that I'm sitting up here reading about, learning about. We be in the middle of shows, we all on the computer, internet, Googling information. Oh, you guys hear about this story? Like, nah, I ain't hear about it, but we talking about it now. Let me read up about it. And after this, we'll follow up on it, things like that.
Yeah.
That's from last week. Like last week, you know.
Yes, last week it made work.
Yeah, like, but it got, you know, like I said, I don't like to be set in my ways. Like I have my strong point of view. You feel me? But I totally understand where Willie was coming from. You know, when as far as we were talking about dating outside our race, and you know, can somebody really be accepted in a movement for the black community if they date outside their race? You know, like I have my stance on that, but I fully understand. You feel me? Where Willie was coming from, and you, and son. Now I mean, like I fully understand. You know, and like that's why I wanted. And the main reason why I tagged you in that video on IG was basically about how Dr. Umar started it off. Mm-hmm. As far as like I love my brother, you know, and my sister. You feel me? It ain't nothing. No hate towards you. You can date and love whoever you want. You feel me? That's not what we're against. I was just saying, like, as far as when, you know, you have to make a choice when it comes to. That's just how I see it. Like, you have to make a choice. If you want to join the movement, like, can you really bring them in? Because they're still committed and tied to their race. You feel me? And their family. You know what I mean? So it'd be hard. That's all. That's the only real point I was trying to make.
And you know, from my point of view, it was an eye-opening experience in terms of what the feeling and the reasoning behind that was, right? Because going into the conversation, you know, my thought process and my belief system was a certain way in terms of like just kind of feeling like it was just purely exclusionary, right? Just pure and utter exclusionary. But you know, understanding the ramifications that, you know, you brought up, and specifically Sapphire brought up in terms of, you know, of having this strategy and having things go in a certain way and wanting to ensure that each person is participating in a certain way. And, you know, I know I kind of played devil's advocate against the whole situation and, you know, kept it going in a certain way, but it was still eye-opening for me, right? And I could still, you know, and I can too see the point and the reasoning behind it, you know, and you know, we're all adults, right? So, you know, regardless of how we agree or disagree on how things are done, we also have to be respectful of the strategy or the means by which people choose to get to a certain, you know, place in their shit. I'm trying to figure out what I'm looking for. Basically, when they're trying to get to their goal, right? You know, you're trying to get to your goal. I can't be mad at you about the method that you're trying to use, right? Because the strategy you're trying to use means you have to follow this playbook. That's the playbook you chose to follow, you know. And all I can do is hope that you get to their goal, because your goal does benefit me, right? You know, your goal benefits me and it benefits others, you know. And we all have to make a choice. And I think we kind of touched on that too, is the fact that even in the civil rights movement, you know, we saw, you know, Dr. King's nonviolent movement. We saw the Black Panthers doing certain other things, you know, that were, you know, not quite nonviolent. And we saw Malcolm X saying, hey, by any means necessary. So there's different routes to get to a certain, you know, to a certain goal. And everybody's trying to just get to the goal the best way that they know how, right? You know, and if you feel like you have to do things a certain way, you know, and especially if you're not hurting anybody, you know, it's up to me to decide if I want to join up or if I want to do what you're doing, right? And it's up to me, it's just like if you join a team, right? Or if you join like a sorority or a fraternity or whatever, and you make a decision on which one you're going to join. Because there's a bunch of options, and they're all doing the same stuff. Or they're all trying to get to the same place, right? They're all trying to either win at something or trying to give to some charity, or they're trying to, build up a certain community, or trying to build up a certain group or some things like that. They're all kind of doing those same things, but they're all doing it a little bit different from each other. So you got to make a choice and make a decision on who you roll with. But you definitely going to respect that they're all trying to accomplish the same goal. The same goal is we got to give back to the community, or we got to uplift this, or we got to, whatever the case may be. So, for me, it was eye-opening, and then it was also revealing it, and it was a learning experience for me to be able to say, okay, you know what, and I see where they're going with this now, and hey, more power to you, because it's not like it's not a bunch of people who don't believe it. Reading those comments and seeing the strength behind the words and the people feeling the same way, I know that, hey, he's affecting a certain type of people who want to go a certain type of direction, right? So that's the route they're going to take, and they're going to do some things, and they're going to make some things happen because they have the people, they have the numbers. They're going to be able to do it. So let's do it, So.
All right, guys, hold on. We got the other Jabril on the line. Hold on. Hello.
Hey, what's going on, family? How y'all feeling?
Hey.
What's good,
what up,
bro? What's happening?
What up,
Hey,
y'all?
man, how y'all feeling? Long time no talk, man.
Yes.
Hey, we wanted you to call in, man. We wanted to show you some appreciation because you want definitely one of our faithful callers, faithful listeners. You support the show. So, we just wanted to show you some love and appreciation.
Yes,
man,
definitely.
Thank you.
We always appreciate when you call.
Yeah, thank you for allowing me to call in and participate. And, I'm going to continue to support y'all. Y'all, doing really positive things, and just keep up the good work and, and just strive for greatness, man. That's what we got to do every day, each day.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that.
Definitely. Now, how's the little one and the missus?
Yeah, they're doing good. He actually just finished eating, and he's in milk coma right now.
Oh.
Yeah, I got him on a schedule because if I'm on a schedule, he's gonna be on the same schedule with me because I need to sleep.
Right, for sure. Do that, brother. Do that. Yep.
So we definitely appreciate you calling in, bro, man.
Yeah. So,
yes,
so
sir.
Jabril,
thank you guys for allowing me.
What's your favorite show of 2017 over here? What affected you the most, or what show did you enjoy the most?
I had a lot, but the one that I liked the most, the one that my favorite one was the one with like the peer pressure, the bullying, and and amongst all of them, that was my favorite though. I can't remember exact topic, but when we were talking about if you're able to be yourself or you have to fake it till you make it, along those lines. Can't remember the exact topic.
With the what kind of friends are with the what kind of friends are you? Which one was that? Or was it? Go ahead.
Oh no, the stereotyping one. The stereotyping.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, okay.
We had ventured off, but we was. Yep, I know. I remember when we were talking about. Yep.
The stereotyping. Have you ever been stereotyped? Have you ever been stereotyped, and how did it make you feel? And And what do you want to do to change it? But I feel as though, in today's society, all of that comes in with, just being yourself and how people perceive you. There's a cliche, like there's a saying that goes, don't say nothing and let the people guess, or you open your mouth and you remove all doubt.
Yeah. Fool. Yeah.
Yeah, so
I remember that show now. Once you brought, I forgot all about that show.
Yeah, that was my favorite. And we had the fellas night. We could talk about fellas. We got our chance to shine.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that was one of my favorites right there.
That's always going to be a favorite for the guys.
What's your New Year's resolutions? Right? Or do y'all do any New Year's resolutions?
Well, I don't really do the resolutions because I feel like my goal is to improve every day, but, if anything, it would just be, one of the things I learned from, like, that's why I like the show, listen, everybody on here is a parent.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? From Sunny, like I learned from Sunny, like I say, Sunny amazes me. I see what she deal with, well, it's fact. You feel me? So, J-Ro, I learned from all of y'all. Willie, so I guess my goal is, like I'm a new parent. I'm the newest parent on the show, you know what I mean? My daughter only 5. Just turned 5 in November, so I guess I just want to be better for her. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's not necessarily, like, first I have to be better for myself, just overall, like nothing in particular. You know what I mean? Just become more understanding, more compassionate. You feel me? Because sometimes I could be like, I could be real, fuck it. Real cold. I get cold. You know what I mean? Like, and, that's like a defense mechanism for me, to be honest. So, I got to learn to understand the time and place for it. See what I'm saying? So that's something I've been working on. So I don't know if it's really a resolution or more so just continue to improve on it. And
that's a good goal.
Father, man. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, I mean, it's being a good father is a everyday thing, really. Yeah. I mean, it's something that you work on because your kids grow, you got to grow, right? I mean, my youngest 2 are now 11 and 13, right? So I'm dealing with the preteen teenager thing again, and but it's they're 2 different kids compared to my older kids, so I'm dealing with different, and it's almost kind of a different time. I mean, it's been 6 or 7 years since my middle daughter, was a teenager, and then about 10 years since the oldest ones first became teenagers. So it's a whole kind of different mindset and time period, with all the intense social media, the anti-bullying movements and everything, and all the, a lot of the other stuff going on the kids are kind of involved in. But it's it's one of those things you have to grow with. I was just a buddy of mine called me the other day, and he asked me for some advice because he just got a stepdaughter, and he was like, how do you deal with stepchildren? How do you make that relationship work? Because my older kids are technically my stepkids. So I just kind of gave him some advice about how you kind of mold that relationship and how you grow that relationship. The one of the things I kind of mentioned to him was being patient, right? You got to be patient with the process because it's not like you're not going to day one walk in there and say the right thing and do the right thing and they're going to be, they're going to be cool with you forever. That's not going to happen, right?
You got to trust
it's one
the process.
Of those things you have to kind of cultivate, right? But you got to do that with your biologicals, your stepkids, whatever, whoever's in your life. I've raised my biologicals, my stepkids, my godchildren. I've raised them too, and now I got grandkids coming up, and with all of them, it's a relationship you kind of have to build upon. So definitely resolve to do that, but definitely know that it's an everyday thing. I think you already know that, but I'm putting it out there for the people. But yeah, it's one of those things you definitely got to do over time. So. Yeah.
All right, hold on one second, guys. Before I answer your question, Jabril, we got another caller in line. I want to get them in real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Caller, you're on the line with G.F.T Radio.
Hey, this is Damon.
Hi, Damon.
I called last week.
What's going on, brother?
That was my first time calling the station. I've heard a couple of y'all topics in the past, so I really don't have a lot of favorites because of my work schedule. But I would think since last week was my first time actually listening to the whole station, the whole topic, and I called in, that was my favorite. So
okay.
And my,
it was a good topic.
Yeah, right. That's why I my best.
Yeah. And I want to give a shout out to my boy Willie Sounds. Willie, Thanks for calling me out, but no. And and
I didn't tell her who it was. I was giving an example.
No, I ain't mad about the whole parenthood thing. Everybody got questions. No, look, I ain't mad about the parent question. I'm mad about you living it up in Florida. Everybody got parent questions. Everybody got to learn from somewhere with parenting and life in general. But you calling in the Florida weather, man, like I didn't used to live down there. So, I hate you.
Yeah, Damon actually used to live down here and gave all this beautiful weather up to go back to Michigan like a crazy person. I'm like, bro, what's wrong with you?
You missing a whole bunch of steps in between that.
What I will give him, the blessing he did get out of it was his beautiful wife and his daughter and his two kids. So he did get that out of it. But damn.
Yeah.
It's nice down here.
Yeah. I'm happy about it. Can't you hear it?
All right.
No. I do enjoy it
because he added a different dimension.
Yeah.
To the conversation. He added to the conversation, and we definitely appreciated when he called in. That it made that's what made that one of the best shows of the year for me.
Yeah, that was a hell of a way to end the year before our end of the year show. That was like one hell of a topic to end the year. That was like an amazing topic. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to have so much thought on my head, and I appreciate the positive feedback from you guys. I think what I would like to move forward. I'd like to move forward next year with being a better father and a better person overall in general. For every day I want to improve on being the best I can be for my family. My wife. And maybe branch out from there. Be a better friend as well, as I tend to chop off the negativity. And get more people that's positive and more people who are outgoing and learn more. You can't grow if you don't learn. Yeah. So I want to do that more.
Yep.
Exactly.
True.
I hope you listen in more often and you call in and join in on topics that touch your soul and say, I got to share my opinion. Hope you do call.
Man, I love the show. I mean, I'm mad that I missed it so much.
Yeah. Well, you can always give suggestions.
Especially guys' night.
Oh, really?
Right.
I'll just do that?
But I told you.
Really?
I'm sorry. I had to throw it in there.
Right now.
We're gonna call you for the next fellow show for sure.
Hey, we will have another guys' night.
Yeah.
Not before we have another
we gotta do that soon. We gotta do that soon.
I think we
not soon.
But yeah,
sometime
you said what?
Sometime in January.
No, first of all, y'all not about to do another one. Y'all not about to first of all.
Next week?
Let me say
next
my
week?
claim.
Bet.
Y'all not doing another one until I do mine.
Well,
so calm it down.
January too.
I'm gonna do one in January, but y'all not doing one in January. Y'all can do one in February.
Oh, give us the shortest month.
Right.
God, it's like Black History Month all over again, except Guys' Night.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, gotta shut that down. But, y'all over here playing.
You did say something. One of the things, like from when Damon called in last week, and
hold on. Before you do that, J. Rowe, if you somehow the call dropped, if you hear this, call back. Again, the number is 657-383-1155. Y'all go ahead.
Somebody call drop.
Jabril.
No, I'm still here.
Okay.
No, Jabril did.
Yeah, okay.
No, the other Jabril.
Yeah. Oh, okay. One of the things the brother brought up last week, we were talking about leaders. He was saying we need more leaders in our community, or we need more. Black leaders. You feel me? My thing
real
was,
leaders,
like real leaders. And I feel like
not puppet.
That's on us.
Not puppet.
Yeah, but I feel like that's on us as fathers, as black men in the community. You feel me? We have to start putting that. We have to start promoting more positive images, and that's also, I feel like that's on women too, because I feel like the women are so focused on the negative men, or the men who put out the negative images of us or doing negative things that's down in them. Like, stop giving them energy. And you got like 3 brothers on the phone, 4 of the brothers that was the real disrupt that's on the phone right now, who I feel like are positive examples. We're all different. You feel me? But I feel like we're all positive examples. We're not out here doing nothing to harm the community, harm anybody else. You feel me? And I think that's how leadership is born right there. You feel me? Because then the younger brothers see us doing that. You feel me? And that changes the mindset. You feel me? That changes. All right, well, I don't have to look at the hustler. You feel me? I don't have to look at the dude out here that's robbing everybody. You feel me? That ain't the popular thing to do. It's popular, to get an education. It's popular, take care of your kids, treat a woman with respect. This, that, and the third. So, you feel me? I think that's how we, it's time for us to be the leaders instead of looking for people in high places, these musicians, these athletes, these politicians. These are our leaders. They work for us. Right. You feel me? They work for us.
Church right now. Amen. Amen.
Yeah, and the one thing I kind of want to add to that is that we also need to kind of, look at other people's perspectives and give it respect, right? Not try to down, people's movements, especially if they got a movement going, right? One thing like I kind of alluded to earlier was, the eye-opening experience I had from last week's call, and how it gave me a little bit more, understanding and respect for what was being done on that, on the other side of that fence, right? Saying, okay, they're looking for the same goals that people that I'm looking at are looking at, right? The leaders that I'm looking towards, they're going for the same goals, or they're trying to do the same kind of things. We all kind of in the same basket, right? We all living in a world that doesn't appreciate us or doesn't respect our lives. So, we're all trying to gain that respect for our life and livelihoods, and trying to keep our people alive, black men and black women. So there's a level of respect that we need to give each other, and recognize that we all are trying to attain the same goal. We may be going different directions to get there, but we all got to remember that we all trying to get there, right? And also remember and try to teach these kids that the struggle ain't over, and we haven't won yet. We got a long way to go. You know what I'm saying? So keep your kids educated and understanding, what the struggle really is, and what the underlying problems are in this country, and the things that they see, realizing and recognizing that, sometimes, people ain't always straight up, and they're not always giving you the real, they may be just trying to, keep you in the dark. So we got to keep our kids educated on that, and keep them understanding that they have to continue to struggle and continue to fight, because, it's only so long we can go, and they got to pick it up and teach it to their kids and do the same thing. So, it's a perpetual lesson. We got to keep teaching them.
J-Rob?
Yeah.
Are we still talking about New Year's resolutions? I know that's
good.
Yeah. I know that's good. My New Year's resolution is to start in June. Because I only have to try twice. I have to hard when I do it in June. So, I'm trying to be a better husband, a better father. I think everybody's trying to be a better father. I just want to be a better person when it comes to myself. Like, every year I try to do something better. I don't like doing the same thing. I like to try to better myself, do something I haven't done before, especially when it comes to my relationship with the wife, with the kids, with myself, especially. Like, we got missions coming up that I'm about to be out on. I got new things I'm trying to work my way towards, moving up in ranks, moving up in jobs, trying to travel the world a whole lot more, which is definitely about to happen in the next year or two. I might be seeing me overseas in the battlefield of Afghanistan maybe next year. But while I'm out there, I'm like I said, my whole thing is just trying to make my relationship with my wife better every year. We start off small, but little things like that. I mean, we get the date night going. I got to get a little bit better at that. Things with the kids. The kids are getting older. They start to realize a little bit more about me and Mom's situation and me and my wife's current situation now. So, trying to work with them. Hopefully, try to get things working out better with the ex, because at some point we have to both be clear with the adults about the situation and try to work toward being better parents when it comes to the kids. That's the main thing. It's all about the kids now. Like,
indeed.
It's not about me anymore. It's not about her anymore. It's about the kids. That's basically what it comes down to. Trying to be a better person for the kids, trying to be a better person for my wife. Definitely working on myself.
I could dig that. That's definitely some good ones right there. You gotta work on your, like Cliff said, you gotta work on yourself to be able to be better for anybody else. So that's a major for a lot of people. You always gotta work on yourself to be better for others. You can't try to be better for other people and you ain't got yourself together. So that's a major thing to work on.
And you work on yourself first. You can't make any progress unless you accept your faults and try to correct them and everything. You really can't work on doing something for somebody else without working on yourself, knowing what you can, what you can't do, accept what you know, what you don't know, try to better yourself, learn more things. Thinking outside the box is basically what it is. If we at that age of time now where you shouldn't be happy with what you know, like you should always be wanting to know more, learn more, do more, instead of just sitting in the same spot doing the same thing over and over. It's that time now, so that's what, like you say, you got to learn about yourself first before you try to do something for somebody else or try to make somebody else's life better. You gotta make yourself better.
Yeah. Well, I think I think my resolution for the new year, which I don't usually do, but my resolution is two things: to get a bigger space for me and my children, and also work more with this podcast. Like do more, because I know we could do better, but I feel like I need to step myself up and really go hard for this thing, because you can't I posted a quote about motivation on our website G.F.T Radio Show.com, and it's so true. You can't wait for people to do stuff for you. You got to motivate yourself and push forward. You got to anything that needs to be done has to be by action. You have to motivate yourself by doing action, not always talking about things, but actually doing them. So that's where I'm trying to be more in 2018. It's less talk and more action.
I gotta say,
that's what's up.
I know you talked about it earlier. We've been doing the show for 2 years, and I gotta say, when we first started doing this, I don't know if Willie and Clint know, but this started as a Facebook group. It went from a Facebook group to me and Sunny doing the show. I know she touched on that. Just me and her doing the show, and it was me, her, and Clint, and me, her, Clint, and Kenya. You got to remember, this started out from a Facebook group. We would just get together on Facebook and just post stuff randomly on Facebook, and then we moved from there to the show with the podcast and all the hosts. And now look at it 2 years later, it's definitely moving forward. To go from just a group with a couple of people to actually sitting out here and reaching out to people all over the world and having people tune in and listen in and call and seeing all the numbers post. We used to check the show stats every week. Every show, and we used to be able to see the stats and see how everything was growing. And to see that now, I know I missed a couple of months. I've been going for a while, but I'm seeing progress from where it started at originally to where it is now. And that's definitely motivation right there. That's big motivation right there.
Yeah, and last week's show on YouTube, it got 30-some odd views.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
In a week, it's 30-some odd views on that one show we did last week. So that like I said, it shows you that what we're doing is a difference. People care. You got people calling in and saying that they appreciate the show topic we put out. I mean, we might have some naysayers at the end of the day. The proof is in the pudding.
Yeah, I appreciate the naysayers. I appreciate that. I love the criticism. You feel me? I don't like the you feel me, the people, oh yeah, that's just the move the move along. yeah, it's okay, this, that. Like, nah, tell me what you don't like. Tell me,
right.
You know what I mean? That's what, like Jabril, you know, I know we lost him. Like, he was one of, that's when we first started, and he called me, like, bro, you gotta stop saying nah, I mean all the time. Nah, I mean. Like, you can articulate yourself better than that.
Yeah.
He's like, I know you. I was like, you're right. You know, but sometimes I get, you know how we get caught up in just, in our daily colloquialisms with our boys. You know, sometimes you don't really got to dig deep into your reservoir to bring them words to life. You know, only time I usually bring those words to life like that is when I'm writing my poetry on my blog or something like that.
Yeah.
So now I be trying to make a conscious effort. I was listening to a couple of shows on YouTube earlier just to play back to see how I sound. You know, and I feel like I can do a lot better at articulating myself. Sometimes, you know, I get a little too comfortable, and I'm just talking like regular hood talk. And you know, it's a time and a place for that. And this ain't it, in my opinion. Right. In some conversation, depending on what the conversation is and what we're talking about.
That's
you know.
Go ahead. That's the thing. Like here's the thing. I get what he's saying, and I get what you're saying. Absolutely agree to an extent. I feel like this. You should be like the way this podcast originated was for you to speak freely and not sound stupid. Like, you know what I'm saying? But get your point across and express yourself how you choose to express yourself in the realness of it. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the main reason why I picked who I picked or who I asked to do the show, because I wanted you to be your authentic self. Now, I'm not saying that what he's saying was wrong. I absolutely agree, because, Clint, you know, I know you. You had this conversation. Your way with words is just amazing. So I like that. That's one thing I liked about you. So that's why I wanted you to be on the show. The same reason why I wanted J-Ro to be on the show, because I like the way his conversation was. We don't, and the same with Willie. Just how Willie is, I love that about him. I want him to, you know what I'm saying? But I get how you, because I know with me too, I have to be mindful of how I speak, because, you know, I got a potty mouth. I'm at this, that all day, and I have to catch myself, because at the end of the day, if this go mainstream or this get bigger, we can't be on there. Fuck this, fuck that, you know what I mean? This, you know, all this randomness, you know. We got to have, like, because like I said, at the end of the day, we all learn from this. The whole point is to have an adult conversation, to be ourselves and educate ourselves and educate people on different things, or enlighten people about our viewpoints about different things. So you have to be mindful of how you speak, but at the same time, like, I love the way each of you are.
Yeah, the rawness of it. The raw.
Yeah.
That's
right. The rawness. Yep, exactly.
Yeah. It's you know what the saying is. It's like.
Hold on. We got. I think it's Damon back on the line. Hold on. Because he dropped the call too. Hold on. Hello.
Hello, it's Damon back.
Yeah, I think he got the call.
It's like the saying goes to where, you know, when we be having our discussion, like I said, there's a time and place, excuse me, for everything. Mm-hmm. But I also, you know, when we having a discussion, you know, some of our discussions in the past, you know, we didn't agree on. It's going to be discussions we have in the future, you know, that we hope we continue to disagree on, because I feel like those disagreements lead to us learning things from each other.
Right.
You feel me? And you don't get mad. You just improve your argument.
Exactly.
You know, and that's what I'm learning from this show. You know, sometimes I can have a point, and I could feel like deep down, like, I know if I can get my point across, they'll agree. But if I can't articulate it properly, they're not gonna really hear me. You be listening to me, but you ain't gonna really fully understand what I'm trying to get across. So now it's like, all right, let me improve my argument. Let me articulate myself a little bit better. Let me, you know, pull back from what I call the hood talk, the colloquialism that we use amongst each other, and let me get in tune and articulate myself much more properly. So not just the people from where I'm from and where we all from can understand us, can understand me, but for the masses, because that's what we're trying to reach. We're trying to reach everybody, even if they don't like what we got to say.
Damon?
Yeah, I agree. I agree totally. Because sometimes the person who you're debating actually makes your point for you sometimes, without even knowing it. And sometimes, you can take some bits and pieces from your argument and make it stronger from going against, I guess, well-intellect individuals such as yourselves. People with diverse backgrounds and upbringing bring out the best if we're willing to open up our minds and listen to each other instead of just debating just to be debating and just to be right. Sometimes you need to debate to get a better idea, understanding of the base and foundations of whatever your belief is.
Exactly.
I
think we had a lot of healthy debates on different topics. We didn't always agree. Like I said, I know in the show about the Father's Day thing, I learned a lot in that show as a mom, as a single mom. I learned that, and it was very interesting. And like I said, I was one of those single moms, and I told them that I celebrate Father's Day, and it was an eye-opener for me to kind of see the male perspective of fathers that actually were participating in their kids' lives and how they felt about moms claiming holiday that's meant for them. Like you said, you kind of take in what people say. It's like when we had our women's podcast, when we had our we had our show about what things we were talking about, and we talked about child support, and we had one of the girls that worked for the welfare system who dealt with, child support in that manner, and to get her kind of breakdown of how it's broken down within the system and what guys think it is and how it's really given out and how it's distributed and stuff like that. And
I'm kind of glad I missed that.
You should check that show out. It wasn't and people thought that show was going to be a male bashing, and it wasn't. And Willie called in to make sure it wasn't male bashing, which we told him it wasn't going to be. But it was just a conversation between women expressing their opinions on child support and other different topics and stuff like that. But it was just I hope that the men that listened to that show took it for what it was and didn't take it in a negative manner. But like I said, we all learn from each other's opinions, because how I feel about something might not be how Clint thinks about something, or how me and Willie might feel about something. Clint might not necessarily agree with what we're talking about. Or, me and Willie may have disagreed about something, or however it comes. But the whole purpose of the show is have a mature conversation with people, agree, disagree, but still get your point across, and just kind of take from what people are saying to you. And I think last week's show was the epitome of what this show was supposed to be.
Well, I kind of misspoke. I'm sorry. I meant to say I'm kind of mad I missed that, because my mom actually did that for numerous of years, being a social worker. And now my brother does it too, and I have a couple of aunts that have done it before they retired. So, and growing up in a household, my mom seen that every day on an everyday level. She inspired me and really tried to drive and will me to do better in school. Like, she found out how many absences I had. She went ballistic. I can't even tell you over the airways of what happened. She broke my phone in my room and just, told me to basically get out and go to school. And she's going to do some certain things, what black mothers usually tend to do, just, get in your head.
Take you out of the world.
Right. So I'm kind of traumatized with social workers.
I feel like one thing that I would like us to really touch on more is, we touched on it a couple times this year and previous years as well, is, I really, and this year opened up my eyes more to seeing things going on in my own community, on social media, on television. It's like the divide between the men and women, especially in the black community. Like it's, I don't know if y'all see it as much as I do, but I see it as our number one issue.
It is.
I feel like that's the number one issue with the fact, because it's such a me against them attitude on both sides. It's like we supposed to be in this together. You feel me? It's like and it was like last week, Sapphire, when she called in, I hope she's listening, and I hope she probably called in before the show ends. Like, you know, her point of view kind of like that too, to where she was pointing out what, you know, all the things the black man does wrong. You feel me? The black man with the white woman, and there's this, that, and the third. It's like we need to have more conversations on, okay, not just the reasons why we're separate. How can we bring us together? How can we close that divide?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How can we build that bridge so we can have more love in our community? You know what I mean? Because that's, to me, like, that's the biggest issue we're dealing with. And, you know, I would think that's one thing for hopefully this year we'll have some great conversations on that.
Yeah.
You know, and some solutions, and how do we implement those solutions.
Right.
Yeah, definitely a great topic.
Yeah.
I like the fact that there's been plenty of times where we've done shows, and going back to the point of us agreeing and disagreeing and agreeing to disagree, but there's been plenty of times where we've done shows, they ran over into the over show, they ran into the end of the show, and we still couldn't agree on certain things, or we weren't agreeing, and we would just, instead of sitting there and be like, okay, you know, that's it, we just want to disagree on that, like, no, we will pick it up the following week. So it's like, even though we couldn't always agree on things, or we weren't always on the same page with things, like, we never left it at that. Like, we might have already had a show planned out for the following week, but we were just like, yo, we're going to scrap that show. We're going to come back to this topic next week, make this a part 2, and we're going to get over these differences in opinions, and we're just going to get back here and get to the bottom of this so that we all on the same page. We might not always agree on something. We might always disagree on something, but if we get to a topic and it overruns and it's a real good topic, we definitely would always pick it up the following week or in the after show or whatever, and make sure that we got down to the bottom of it. That was something I always liked about the show, that we always did.
Yeah.
Definitely. If we don't agree, at least we come to an understanding.
Yeah.
It was always a high level of that's the one thing I think that makes this show dope, you know, because there's still a respect level there, and that respect level leads to understanding. So I may not, you know, sit there like I don't like the topic Sonny brought up earlier, or chosen.
Mm-hmm.
Like what I meant when I said it confused me is because, like, and in my mind, said, if you don't remember before we did the show and we was doing our pre-show stuff, I was like, I thought that should be understood already. You feel me? Like, it baffled me that people didn't understand. Like, okay, you need to make sure that person not settling for you, and you not settling for that person. That's conversations you should be having already. You feel me? Like, to me, I thought that was a given.
No, but it's a lot of people that just miss that whole point.
Yeah, and see, I didn't understand that.
That's why when I brought that topic, we were talking about it in the group that I was in, and I said, but you know how many people, when we talked about it in that group that I was in, people didn't understand the question. And I'm like, no. And like we like me and the guy that posted it, we had a long drawn out conversation. I'm like, I don't understand how they don't get it.
Yeah.
Like, you know how many times I hear people say that they date people because, oh, she liked me, that's why I started dating her. What? You didn't like her? No, but she liked me.
Right.
So why you dating somebody you don't even like?
Mm-hmm.
I can't date somebody I don't like. I'm sorry. I've never done that. I don't like him, but he liked me, so I dated him. That's never happened to me. If I dated somebody, I wanted to date them. I liked them. That's something about them that I wanted to I was intrigued about, made me want to date them. There's no way I dated somebody just because they like me. That's never happened. I don't understand how it could happen. I was just like you. I didn't understand. So for people to not understand that question, it was throwing me like, what do you mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then what I know is one common, do y'all notice one common theme that's always a top priority we always say on our show all the time?
What, communication?
Exactly. Exactly. No matter what we're talking about, no matter the topic, no matter the time period, from the beginning to end, to all, from the first show I did to this one, it's like, for real, it's like communication. At some point, even if we didn't say it, was the major key.
Yeah.
You feel me? No matter what we talk from that first show I joined when we was talking about gender neutrality or whatever.
Yeah.
You feel me? It was like it was a communication issue to me then too, because it's not understanding, not getting their point of view. You feel me? To now, to last week's show, it's like communication is key. Communication is key. Proper communication.
Yep.
Indeed.
After show.
Yes, we are. It's almost
yes,
it's about to be quitting time. We be dead serious going over this hour and a half. I tell you.
Right.
You better out here getting this topic. But here's the question I want to pose to everybody. Just what topic that we have not touched on that you think that we should touch on in 2018?
Oh, man, that's a good question. That's a real good question because we hit a lot of topics. I mean, I've only been on the show for a little over a year, and I know we done talked about a ton of stuff while I was on. And that's not even including everything else y'all talked about. So it's been a lot.
Has sexual abuse been on it? We did that whole 1 month. We did dedicated to like the whole all the damn, I'm stuttering. The diseases and everything that we talked about. We did a whole month on that. I mean, we dedicated shows to Black history. We dedicated shows to trending topics. We dedicated shows to politics. We've touched on the community, health issues, sexual health issues. We talked about sex partners. We had the one show about our worst dates and worst nights and all kind of things like that. Like we touched on plenty.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, what was your worst date, first date, all of that. We touched on plenty of things.
We talked about. We even had the two X-rated shows. We talked about what's the name? What the fuck? See, now you got me. Fucking, I hate you, J-Rock. You got the explicit shows where we talked about the different fetishes and all that.
Yeah.
We talked about a lot of shit.
I think
all limits with us. Like we talked about everything. Touched on
Yeah.
everything.
I think I would. If those were some when he said the health shows, those were some of my favorite shows. Those are some of the most educational shows for me too, because I learned, a lot when we did the autoimmune diseases.
Yeah.
You feel me? Even when we did the autism show. So I think, we should sprinkle some more shows about health, and a couple of our intros and the shows that we be talking about our weeks. Me and Woody used to talk about working out and exercise, especially during the summer. You feel me? But we ain't really going to it for a whole show. You feel me? So I think we should sprinkle some more. Right. Yeah, I think we should sprinkle some more, shows about, health, women's health. Get more, because we were specific. If I'm not mistaken, right there, in certain diseases we talked about.
Yeah, we talked about.
Everybody picked one. Everybody had like a little bit 30-minute session on the topic. We gave stats. We gave all the information. We went deep in that show. I remember that one because we all went deep. I don't want to put your business, but that's when I found out about Clint with the what is it?
Sarcoidosis. Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I found out about that. And, like I said, we talked about everything, and like I said, just learning about people that you didn't know. It's my co-host right here, and he's up here opening up about his issues and his health issues. Hey, these things are in the community, they're in our family, friends, and it's out there. We got to talk about it. So I agree with Clint. Like health issues, fitness issues, things like that is something we can definitely hit back on. And I do say we because I'm trying to get back in here. Like I've been going for a while, but I need to get back in here.
Definitely. Yeah. So that's my thing, health.
Yeah. I think one topic I think one topic we should definitely either talk about more is our kids, like different, like how back in the day we had all those programs that we had kids be in. We had all these different programs where it was men learning how to do like like learn how to tie a tie, like different stuff that they were doing, learning to do. And the girls, we had like, health and hygiene, stuff like that, whatever. But just to kind of build our self-confidence, because a lot of girls are growing up self-conscious and stuff like that. And, the boys not really knowing how to grow up to be men. They just see what's out in the streets and stuff like that. I think we should do a show. I don't really know like how to name the topic or anything, but I think that'll be a dope show to try to how to raise these kids to like grow up, like these men to grow up to be respectable men, like get jobs and stuff like that. Because what they see out here is just fast money out in these streets, and they, if they ain't got a father at home, they get caught up in the street life. Next, they're in the gang life. They just doing shit that don't make no sense. And you got the girls that's growing up without fathers, that's growing up, doing stuff that don't make sense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Me and growing up in Detroit.
Topic discussion.
Go ahead.
What was that? No, I said growing up in Detroit. I think Willie knows that we used to have a class in middle school called Quest, where we had this one teacher who used to teach us about life and how to know what to do, what's going on out there besides what's behind the books, what's inside those books, about just various things that they don't teach us in school. They need to have classes like that actually in school. I mean, how many of us really use geometry, or on a daily basis, or something that's we don't use in school no more? We have to pass this class to succeed and get on with our next grade.
True.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with you. Like we need to find it. Like we did a couple shows.
We definitely do a finance show. Yes.
We did
financial literacy.
Yeah, because we
definitely did a show.
We talked about that.
Yep. And I think we should do a couple more to see our progression in our own personal lives with our financial literacy, and to learn more. You feel me? I want to get somebody in. I want to get like a financial advisor. See if I can find somebody that like a financial advisor, and do a show with us. And entrepreneurship. I think because Sonny said teach these young kids how to get a job. I feel like I don't agree with everything Dr. Boyce Watkins says. I don't know if y'all heard of him before, but he's one of the black intellects. But he always talk about we need to stop raising our children to be employees and instead be own businesses. You feel me?
Be owners. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
think
I
bigger.
feel like that's something we should start talking about. Because we're basically trying to be entrepreneurs. We're basically trying to get our own thing off the ground. Start the merch, our own merchandise and stuff like that. So, we got to start. We got to get on top of our business more too. You know what I mean? You feel me? So, I think that'd be dope shows as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, not to be afraid of our realistic dreams.
To doing some stuff like that and teaching, teaching people or getting people information that they can use in daily life. And we always joke about it, but the one thing that I love to do is travel, and I think it would be kind of a dope thing to kind of talk to people about how they could travel too, without feeling like it's cost prohibitive or that they can't do and that kind of thing. And I know a couple of travel professionals who kind of teach that method of being able to get out here and do big things, around the world without feeling like you're about to break the bank to do it, So I think that would be something that we could kind of touch on next year as well, as a show topic. So
Definitely.
Yeah. And my other favorite thing that I think that we talked about a little bit here or there. We made comments about it, but and it goes along with financial literacy as well. Is we got to talk to black people about we need real insurance policies out here, people, and GoFundMe is not an insurance policy, so we need to do better on that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, real talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I swear I hate it when I see it coming. You see somebody, mama done passed, or their great uncle done passed, and they got the GoFundMe link to pay for the funeral. It's like, we shouldn't be doing this. This is getting ridiculous. We need to have real insurance policies out there to take care of these expenses as well as these families after the fact. And also being able to build wealth for our families, so that when we do go our families aren't out here begging in these streets, just to put us in the ground or to continue having a life, after we're gone.
Exactly. That's big right there because, not just any insurance policies too. We gotta know what are the right ones, what are the best ones. Be educated on
exactly. Yep.
Because I know just recently this year, a couple of friends of mine, parents passed. They had insurance, but then when it was time to pay out, it was like funny business, and the money couldn't even cover the funeral. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh man, they was paying all this money all these years, and actually just getting jerked. You feel me?
Right.
So that's definitely dope. That'll definitely be a dope show. So it's almost about that time for people.
Yes.
Good show, good wrap-up show.
But yeah, I just want to say once again, this has been an awesome year. Also, I've been blessed and appreciative to work with you guys. I think I started calling in and guest hosting back in like November last year, or maybe October, and it's just been an awesome experience, amazing experience. Definitely appreciate all the things that I've learned throughout this time, and as well as all the great conversations we've had, and looking forward to another great year of doing just that and growing the show and making it even better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad I made it better too.
Yes, sir, Dave.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes. And one thing, going forward, like I said, this baby right here is Sonny and J. Rose, really baby. They started this. So I like to first. I want to thank them for allowing me to come on and be a part of it and being a part of its growth. You feel me? Like I said, I appreciate Willie. Willie came in, held it down. You feel me? And been a major part of the growth as well.
Yeah.
And I don't want this to be like, like I met J. Rose through Sarita, and
Whoa, government! Whoa, partner! Whoa!
See, if you wouldn't have said nothing, I wouldn't nobody know who I was talking about. You told on yourself. But I met J. Rose
here and tell on themselves.
I met J. Rose through Sonny. You feel me? We actually linked up a couple times. We all had breakfast before. J. Rose actually supported the my business one time to come through the notary and all that. So mobile notary right there. Yeah, mobile notary. So I appreciate him. I don't want us just to be, like, oh, we just did the show. We don't know each other really. I appreciate gaining the new friendships, building friendships.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Really from a whole nother state.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And eventually, you feel me, somehow we're going to make that happen so we all link up.
Yeah.
And build together. You know what I mean? And then that'll definitely grow that friendship, keep building on that friendship. Me and Sonny, we go back some years now. Me and Sonny got a few years in now. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
he's been stalking me since Facebook. Now they're playing.
Hey, yeah, you feel me? You know what I mean? I'm working for the YWCA, going to pick up kids from the elementary school, Joyce Kilmer.
Yeah.
Seeing Sonny out there picking up her daughter. I didn't know who she was. She's out there, I used to see all the time out there. So it go from that to this, and we here doing something beautiful. So I hope it. I appreciate y'all, man. This, like I told y'all last week, couple weeks ago. Sometimes to me, this is like therapy. Sometimes, you feel me?
Yeah.
For sure.
Feel me? So I appreciate y'all.
I know. Yeah. I just want to reiterate that I definitely appreciate all y'all for even being a part of the show at whatever point in time when you could come on. I appreciate it. I appreciate just like I said it on our 2-year anniversary of this podcast that like I said, I came up with this idea, and J. Rowe helped me push it through. And, like, I'm appreciative of everybody that has something to do with this show, whether it was the words of encouragement, whether you felt like it wasn't going to be shit, whatever the case may be. I appreciate it all because, like, we 2 years into it, going into 3, and right now we're pushing forward to move forward and do better. So if this thing blow up, bitch, y'all ain't going to want to help, bitch, don't come try to be a part of it then. No, I'm saying. No, but I appreciate all the love. I appreciate the callers. I appreciate those who go on the podcast. I appreciate those who go buy our merchandise. I appreciate those that retweet without even looking at it. Just retweet. I don't care. And you go on our iTunes, go on our SoundCloud, go on our Google Play Music Store, go to YouTube and watch and listen to our shows. Like I appreciate everybody because 2018 is going to be a really different year. Hopefully, we'll be doing at least one live podcast a month. If you could pull that off, that'd be great. Y'all could just see our faces as we do the podcast. And I want y'all to catch us doing before the podcast start. All them shenanigans that y'all miss out on the pre-show. Oh man, y'all miss out on all the petty and all the fuckery.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll have to do it behind the scenes or something like that.
It definitely be some shade.
Yeah. Yes, it do. Them text messages, and I swear I was screenshot them, but Clint called me out about that. Can't be doing that without his permission. Screenshots are real. I got my receipt. You know what I'm saying? Now, we'll be definitely about to wrap this show. Thank you, Damon, for calling in. Thank you to the other Jabril for calling in. J-Ro, thank you for coming on to this closeout of 2017.
Thank you for the invite. I mean, it wasn't really an invite, but it kind of was an invite. But when I heard that they were doing the closeout show for 2018, I said I had to be a part of it. So I had to come back. I've been going for a couple of months, checking in here and there when I can. But I think the last time I was going was back in like April because I was over in Belize the last time I was going. So it's been months. But I definitely appreciate y'all bringing me back on with y'all. I definitely miss y'all. Appreciate the opportunity to do this. And look forward to doing what the rest of the year brings.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And I appreciate it too, learning from you guys.
Thanks for sparking it off.
For real. And she, hey man, you just like you said, so when we do the show and you want to be on, you already know that's just regular. Yep.
I got the hotline number, I got the red phone number, I got all the phone numbers. So
right. You know how to get us.
Yeah, we're about to wrap this show. We got less than 2 minutes. But thank you again, Damon. And like I said, we appreciate you for calling in. Hopefully this will not be your last year calling. You can call us in next year, be a part of the podcast, be a guest host, do something.
Next week.
All right.
All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So y'all know where y'all can catch me at. Y'all catch me at kingstruth.com. Clint Black BLAQ on Instagram. King's Truth on Snapchat.
It's your boy Willie Styles. Definitely check me out at Willie Styles everywhere. That's STYLEZ. I'm at Willie Styles, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'm Willie.Styles on Snapchat. WillieStyles.info. The site is back up for my links, so make sure you hit me up.
I ain't been introduced in a while, but y'all already know it's your boy JRO609. Get at me, Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, get social, Google. I'm there at JRO609.
And I am Sunny _D, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. Catch my blog, unreservedlyme.com. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Don't forget to catch us on SoundCloud, YouTube. Google us, G.F.T Radio, at GFT_radio everywhere.
Yeah. See you next year.
Catch you on 7 days.
Bye.
Daddy, where do babies come from? Honey?
Mommy went to the store.
Oh, well, you see, there's a mommy and a daddy, right?
Right.
And see, when they call Geico, they could save a bunch of money on car insurance.
Oh, really? And that makes them happy?
Yes, that makes them very happy.
That's good.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we could have this talk, Sunshine.
Geico, because saving 15% or more on car insurance is always a great answer.
Looking to avoid holiday crowds? Hurry to the Jeep Big Finish event. Then sit back, wait for the snow, and hit the road while others avoid it with Grand Cherokee, the most awarded SUV ever. Cherokee with its legendary 4x4 capability, the all-new Jeep Compass or Jeep Renegade. Come in now to the Jeep Big Finish event and save yourself a lot of hassle and get yourself a great deal. Available four-wheel drive, Jeep Grand Cherokee has received more awards over its lifetime than any other SUV. Jeep is a registered trademark of FCA US LLC.